Hey, people often ask what financial planning is. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people experience what financial planning isn't. There are many people that sit down with a financial advisor and over a 20-minute conversation, they feel like they've given them a sense of what their future can look like through what they call their financial planning process. Unfortunately, a real financial plan isn't done in 20 minutes. Typically, our financial plans here will take upwards of 8 hours. So retirement is something, or financial planning is something that really, kind of goes hand in hand, because you need to plan for retirement and then obviously plan on how you're going to get there. But there's other elements of financial planning that should be looked at as well, such as property casualty insurance. I always joke with our clients and say there's more than one way to lose money, and it's not just the stock market. It could be something you're at fault on. So we want to make sure you have proper umbrella insurance, that your home and auto are covered properly. With rising house rates, if your house were to burn down, what would happen with that? Because houses cost a lot more to build than they did maybe 20 years ago. Other things to look at would be disability insurance. You should look also at long-term care for your future. Basically, it's all called risk planning, but it's looking at things that could go wrong and how can we either insure it or avoid it so that your retirement stays intact. Other things you want to look at too would be estate planning. So what happens if you pass away? What happens if husband and spouse are now passed away? How do we get assets to the kids? Typically that's done through basic estate planning, such as wills, revocable living trust. While you're living, you want to have power of attorney, medical directive. This is all part of the real financial planning process. You also want to take a hard look at tax planning. So how you withdraw funds in retirement has a lot to do with how much tax you're going to be paying. Is it better to take more tax up front? And so that's a process that needs to be looked at. The bottom line is, when you start, any client here at Wiser Wealth always starts with the planning process, and asset management comes later. A lot of firms start with asset management and they simply say, okay, well, give us your money to manage and then we'll start doing this plan down the road. And the reality to that is that's the cart before the horse. You have to understand if a client should even be investing all their money, or should they be paying off their house? Should they be paying off other debts prior to retirement? This is all part of the financial planning process. Obviously, if you're younger, maybe you're not focused on retirement as much, but it's more debt elimination planning. We have record number of people coming out of school with credit card debt, as well as student loans. So that's another process of planning, is helping you come up with a debt elimination strategy and helping you stay on that track for success. So the financial planning process is something that is important to every single person out there. The reality is that most firms don't do it well simply because they're trying to sell you product. That's how they make money. With fee-only fiduciary planners, we start with the planning process, and then asset management comes after that, which gives us much more clarity on how to best guide our clients.